first, let me start also with saying that I am designating this as one of my basically 4.5 or 5 karma cards. To me, this is one of the most important cards in this entire deck of 78. This card represents, like usually they say justice is blind, right? So here we have like this comparison side to side with 2 different versions right next to it, right? So this card represents, of course, justice and fairness, truth, the law. It's a really good card when shows up in the reading, especially upright, right? So you're being called to kind of account for your actions, and you are going to be judged accordingly. And it looks like you have taken good steps over here, right? So also there is like this question of are you in alignment with your higher self, and are you doing this for the greater good, like of others, or like you're just like simply looking how the sweet you is going to get ahead, right? That is going to be the question over here. If you haven't done, and excuse me, let's see how it's like, if you haven't done it, it's going to be fanfare, right? Because your sign has another karma card which is called judgment, and there is like this big angel and saying, okay, this is it, I'm drawing the line in the sand, and let's see what you did. And we are doing this kind of calculation over here, right? So this card is also about compassion and understanding. So let's say you haven't done it. Let's say, oh no, Kat, I had my own failings, and oh gee, what now? And I'm pretty sure you're not really despairing at this stage, but let's say like you're a very conscientious person and you're saying, okay, I really want to be a responsible person for my action, I want to be accountable. Then basically this is really talking about understanding that compassion is going to be the key this particular month. If you guys are seeking justice, then this card is clearly positive sign that is going to be served. You might actually be a part of a legal case. Maybe you're waiting for some kind of judgment or final judgment from the courts or some kind of like government body or institution, and ruling will be passed down really, really shortly. Especially this card is also saying kind of like you need to think through things over here, right? And once decision is kind of like made, you really need to accept it. You must accept it. There are sort of like no retrials or second chances over here. This also doesn't necessarily always addresses our legal matters, right? This can really talk about when we have to make an important choice, right? What do we do? And that maybe could be a potential for long-term repercussions of some kind, right? So you need to also take in account that it's going to be some impact on your decisions, that your decisions will actually really have on your well-being and also on well-being of others. We're going back to this compassion, looking what is the best for everybody. And this is hard because we humans tend to be selfish. We do want things to further ahead, and sometimes decisions, what we want for us and what is the best is not in alignment, right? But this is why this card is showing up. So you need to ask yourself, do I stand by my decisions, and do I accept all the consequences of my actions, right? Because then the next question would be like, if I'm standing in somebody else's shoes and they're going through the same situation, how would they respond? So if you cannot with sort of like open heart say, well, this is great, yes, I should go with it, then try to dig deeper, kind of like go into the depths, known scorpionic depths of what you think is right and wrong, until where you really figure out, okay, I feel okay here. This is that place of strength. This is that place of integrity. I would feel really good about it, right? Because you need to remember that at its really kind of like core, this card is about the search for truth. And as you kind of like explore it, you will really discover that really things are not really clear cut as maybe you thought, right? So you need to be prepared to kind of like dip sort of like in that deep, dark, murky waters and explore what basically truth means to you, right? So be aware, be considerate, and kind of like think about what is your belief system. That looks like it's going to be very prominent this particular month.